All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to Learning Fives. We are here in week 3 for the NA show matches here between Team Karavi is Dead and Team Last Pick. Coming into pick bands, I'm Niberia. I'm joined here by formerly known as Team Tier Sona, formerly known as Epic Death Guy, formerly known as, and now known as Meowing Cat.
Yeah, we're going back a bit. Changed names a few times. I think I'm settling for Meowing Cat though.
I've had 3 co-casters that are the same person this session.
Hey, it was only one time this session changed, all right?
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, and for my first cast as Meowing Cat yet again. We have a bit of an interesting match between Team Karavi is Dead versus Team Last Pick, and there's quite a rank discrepancy between these two teams.
Yeah,
Uh,
one team is gold. I believe that is Karavi is Dead, and the other is silver. But hopefully, it'll be a learning experience for both teams, and maybe TLP can even pull out a win or two.
Yeah, love a good underdog story. And if Team Last Pick can, I mean, they have, on average, it's low silver overall. So they definitely are coming in as the underdogs versus a primarily gold and high silver team. But I mean, we've seen some crazy upsets, and I'm definitely excited. I mean, bans coming out, very standard bans from the side of Karavi is Dead, but Last Pick with a little more unusual bans. I don't know if these are just blanket bans or if they're target bans because it was not specified whether teams were allowing that or not.
Yeah, usually the coaches decide between themselves whether there are going to be target bans or not, but we didn't get any notification from either coach this time, so we're not quite sure if they're coming out, but we're going to assume not. A Renekton first pick coming out for Karaken. What do you think of Renekton? Because I know that he was having some trouble in, I believe, 7.9 and 7.10 when they pushed changes to him, but those were reverted in 7.11, so he's back to where he was before. But I'm not quite sure where he fits into this current meta. I know he's been played a little bit in the LCS. Is he very strong, moderately strong? Obviously, he's somewhere near the top if he's played in LCS.
Yeah, in solo queue, he's a very just kind of staple pick. I mean, he's not absurdly strong, but he has a high play rate with just below 50% win rate. So he's just an average champion. He's not a powerhouse. He's not bad, but it is a bit strange that they put so much priority on it, especially because there is some very scary champions up, like the Galio. Now, Galio was hit a little bit this patch by the nerfs to Doran's Ring, so you can't really stack it as efficiently anymore. But he is still a very strong champion, and Rakan being picked up as well creates a very scary combination for teamfight initiation because you have the Rakan with his ultimate. He can just run in, flash even, and then just group everyone together. Galio can then ult, and then Rakan can W for the even more CC. Keep them in that clumped up area. Galio smashes, knocks everyone up, and basically guarantees a one team fight. Yeah. Well, Cassiopeia can actually exert a decent amount of early pressure. She doesn't need items to be an okay laner. She can have laning priority against the Swain. Granted, she dodges the snare from his W, because if she is hit by that, she does not have any other escapes, and he can just lay everything on her. So it's kind of a skill matchup. Also, the Galio could be flexed with the Swain, so it could potentially even be a Galio mid if they, decide that laning matchups aren't where they want them, or if some champion isn't really, or if one player isn't comfortable on that champion. Niberia, make sure your mic is on.
Oh, right.
Mic
Anyways,
muted.
they banned out a lot of AD carries, and now they pick Caitlyn and Ashe. So I know Ashe is still pretty strong. Is Caitlyn, has she lost any of her dominance, or has she gained it with the nerfs to other
No,
AD carries?
Caitlyn is still such a strong champion, and Ashe is a good champion too, though. And with this heavy CC team, they can definitely enable this Ashe and just keep her safe, peel away for her. She has plenty of protection. And if you look at both teams, you can see a very heavy trend towards more damage focus on the side of Karavi is Zed versus the
Mm.
tankiness and bruisers on Team Last Pick. Now, this Jax pick from Ruku GG, I don't.
Ruku
I'm gonna
Egg,
go
I
for
think. I
Ruke
think we'll go with.
GG. Yeah, that seems good. Um, or is it Rukeg?
It's something. We'll figure it out. We'll feel it out during the cast.
Yeah, well, regardless of how his name is pronounced, the Jax jungle pick. So Jax top lane got a significant buff with the changes to his W, where he gets an extra 50 range whenever he enables that W. So that's Jax top is actually starting to pick up some popularity because while something like 50 range seems pretty small, it's what took Lucian out of viability for a while.
Yeah.
So it definitely helps, especially for securing those kills, just that extra bit of range.
Yeah, and
But it doesn't affect the jungle clear at all. And, his ganks aren't really going to be affected too much by that. So it's not the best pick, but they did need some sort of physical damage to complement the double AP laners that they have. So maybe he had to reach a little deeper into his champions pool. Maybe he wasn't comfortable on anything else besides the Jax. So it's not a horrible pick, but a bit of a strange one. And it's a very weird team composition they've put together on the side of Team Last Pick.
it's very AoE heavy and teamfight focused, though, to be fair. Because Ashe has decent AoE damage with both Volley and Runan's Hurricane empowered Ranger's focus, but everyone else on the team has straight AoE damage, except arguably Jax, who's probably going to get, I'd guess, Titanic Hydra. I'm thinking either the Titanic Hydra build or just skip it entirely and just get Trinity Force.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the build will be. Hopefully something tanky-ish.
Viable.
Yeah, hopefully something viable, but...
Well, I mean, they already have plenty of tankiness on, Rakan is kind of like a semi-tank support. He's going to get the Locket. He's going to get a Redemption, so he's not going to be super squishy. The Swain is one of the tankiest mid laners there is, besides for Galio mid lane, which is in the top lane this game, and Galio is super tanky. So this Jax, if he wants to, he could go for a more damagey build, actually. Because he has so much tankiness on his team and CC, he doesn't really have to be afraid that he's going to get 100 to 0'd unless he just, goes in without anyone else to back him up.
Well, okay, you mentioned here the lanes a little bit, especially Swain, tanky mid laner, but how do you expect them to play out generally? Does one team have a straight laning advantage over the other that they can maybe...
The early game on Team Karavi is Dead is just disgusting. Like, they have Renekton, very strong early game top laner. They have Elise, one of the highest pressure early junglers. They have Cassiopeia, who doesn't have really that much early game, but can definitely follow up on an Elise gank because the Cocoon allows the Cassio to just kind of throw everything on the target and then just get consistent DPS. And then, they have a very strong bot lane in the Caitlyn Nami with poke and sustain. That is one of the most obnoxious lanes you can have. So, the early game from Team Karavi is Dead seems so much stronger, but the late game from Team Last Pick is actually fairly strong in itself.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have to see how that plays out and see if Karavi is Dead can capitalize on their early lead for some objectives. We'll be in game in about a minute here. Enjoy the music. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Learning Fives. We are here in Game 1 between Team Karavi is Dead and Team Last Pick. On the blue side, we have Karavi is Dead, featuring Karakan in the top lane, the Patient in jungle, I Love the Moon in mid, 10 HP life on 80 carry, How to Support on support, as it would turn out. And then on the red side, we have Team Last Pick with Cruise Kill JFK in the top lane, Ruku Egg in the jungle, Kotrim in the mid lane, Thug in Uggs, great name, on 80 carry, and Azrael of Death 16 on support. I'm Niberia still, and I'm still joined by Meowing Cat, unless he changed his name during the break.
Low blow.
You had to know there was a little bit of memeing coming for you. You had to.
Yeah, it was expected.
I had to change the overlay that I've only had to change once this season. Come on!
All right, fair enough. But we are already into the game. Patch 7.12, new refill potion icon. Not a giant fan of it personally.
It doesn't seem to fit with the art style, really.
Yeah, it seems to stick out a bit to me. But
It's very pretty, but a little too pretty, almost.
Yeah, the really bright on the dark, I think, is what does it for me.
And everything else sort of has like a pastel, sort of drawn in MS Paint feel to it. Not that it was.
It used to be.
Yeah, well, it used to be, yeah, but they sort of
It had
kept
the
that art
CFLT.
style. And then suddenly the refillable potion looks like it was something out of like a Korean free-to-play MMO. But both junglers starting bot side here, as usual. Nothing too fancy here. I didn't see any interesting keystones, except maybe Cassiopeia taking Storm Raiders, but
That's pretty normal. Cassios like the mobility. They don't need that extra little bit of damage since they already have so much packed in. They like to be able to, dodge and weave through stuff, so...
yeah, so nothing too strange, which disappoints me. I always like seeing that.
Well,
Bubble
there
coming
is
down.
one thing. I want to mention that Rakan took the wind speakers. Most Rakan players actually like the courage because it gives them that extra little boost of defensiveness when they go in for that engage. Because Rakan does kind of set up the plays. He runs in face first into 5 people, and you can take a bit of damage doing that.
Right. Yeah, I didn't notice that. I actually haven't seen many Rakans played. Thug and Uggs taking some serious harass down in the bot lane here.
Yeah, Rakan's
Caitlyn.
been seeing a decent amount of competitive play. We haven't seen it too much here in Learning Fives. And I think that's kind of in fact, due to like the amount of engage he has, and that's not something we've really been seeing out of any of the L5 supports. We haven't seen that much Alistar or even Blitzcrank, or we've seen a bit of Thresh, but
Right. Ooh,
oh my
first blood
lord.
going down mid.
What?
Directed
Where did
camera.
that come out of?
Come on. Well, Jax was coming up down the bottom of mid lane, so I assume that has
Whoa,
something to do with
ooh,
it.
Watch out for Swain here.
Uh-oh, Swain getting cocooned, having to flash away. Patient coming in with the repel, might get the kill, not gonna happen. Red buff, not enough to kill him, and Patient gonna come down here in a second. Ruku Egg gonna get that red buff one way or another. Come on, you can do it. Chase, get the Q, you have the vision. There it is. Second blood coming out. Oh, Caitlyn about to be third blood here, but nope. Azrael of Death, first one to go down. Thug and Uggs taking a little bit of harass there on the backside. Looks like a taunt and stun traded from Karakan and Cruz. A lot of action
There's
right now.
Non-stop action for about 40 seconds, and a lot of deaths already coming out. Or maybe we should phrase it in a positive way. A lot of kills coming out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Both teams showing an incredible ability to get kills, especially around the mid lane.
You could also say they have an incredible ability at dying, but that's
Well,
not-
it's incredible either way, so we'll give them props.
Yeah. Let's go with that. But with that, there's already a little bit of a
Uh-oh, Root coming out. Moon seeing that Jax gank coming again.
Yeah, gonna be able to canoodle his way out. I'll never say canoodle ever again.
Yeah, I was just gonna let that word hang there. It's
Yeah.
it's a fun word, but I think you needed to recognize. Oh,
eating
jeez,
a
Moon,
lot
buddy,
of damage.
he was
from
just
the,
rotating around.
The Swain Q, yeah.
It's like if I spin fast enough, the bird won't be able to track me. That's not how it works.
Yeah.
Infinite rotational speed. Oh, bubble going down. Jeez, how to support is just killing it with these bubbles thus far. 10 HP life, going a little, what I thought was too far, but doesn't seem to matter all that much.
Well, 10 HP life and how to support have been kind of using their stuff aggressively non-stop, and because of that, they're actually out of mana. So
Yeah,
they can't really do anything else for now.
they're
And
just
they're gonna be
backing.
forced to back.
However, Elise is invading the red side Grump, so I don't know if this is the best back
It's
timing.
really risky because your team recalled. Now, I think she knew that Jax was topside, but she's being spotted
would
out
hope
with wards
so.
everywhere. Walks right over a pink.
That's 30 gold, though. That's the early game lead there for Elise. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, the
Nope.
gold lead has equaled out a little bit. That is mostly in part or due to the CS lead in the Caitlyn and the Cassiopeia have also having a bit of a CS lead. So,
Jeez. BF sword first back. That's scary.
yeah, and already it's kind of just CSing is mostly just a mechanic, right? You can just see like that person is better at CSing than the other person. You know, there are some factors that factor in, like Caitlyn outranging Ashe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, possibly like the auto attack speed of some
Moon,
champions
no,
is easier to CS
move.
with. But 10 HP life is definitely, you know, showing some decent CSing skills, but in the mid lane,
Jeez. Kashim just getting chased down here. Moon knowing now to run away from the scary birdie.
yeah, and that's kind of what I meant by Cassio can
Oh.
potentially bully out the Swain early on.
Oh, Azrael of Death missing that ability. Bubble going down onto Thug and Uggs. Both bot laners here for team last pick. Pretty low. This is a
And you might
brutal
want
bot
to touch
lane.
on the spectator bug with the delay.
Oh, yeah. You're going to see some freezes and some fast forwards, and we might be out of sync temporarily. It's a spectator bug. It has been mentioned to Riot, but no response as of yet, so we'll hopefully hear something about it sometime in the next few months.
Right as you say that, it comes up.
Yeah, soon TM. So,
No, I'm in a freeze. It froze.
Yeah.
This bug is never gonna get fixed. It's been around for patches upon patches.
no, it's been around apparently since replays came out, so we do apologize for it, but there isn't anything we can do about it as of yet.
Yeah.
So, just a little unfortunate.
hmm
It's weird. I wonder what spectator client LCS uses. Because clearly not this one.
Yeah. Well, we're spectating live. I don't think they have like a slight delay, and their stuff is definitely modified. I don't know exactly what's different about it.
Can they give us that? I'd like that zoom out on team fights. That'd be really nice. A little bit of an
Also,
engage
they're
going
playing
down
on-
here in the top lane. Nothing happening, but Rukueg going down on how to support. But how to support, exhausting in return. Rukueg going to be the first one to fall here to an auto from 10 HP life. But how to support might be caught out by Azrael of Death. Not going to happen, looks like. Might have to flash the wall, though.
Yeah. Nice sidestep from how to support on the grand entrance of Azrael of Death.
Yeah, absolutely. Patient with
And
a strange
The patient
cocoon
is
choice.
kind of getting really aggressive, counter jungling without any mana. Now, Rukueg did die, but he still could have been collapsed on by the enemy team. So,
Absolutely.
very
Still a
eager
risky.
to counter jungle, almost a little too eager, as his jungle is all up right now.
Definitely a risky proposition there, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be punished. Unless he goes for this Grump. Ooh. Ooh, I don't know about
Possibly
that.
still not. Oh, there's a ward there.
Oh boy.
They know the patient is there.
Oh boy.
Now, Rukueg is coming down for this Gromp, it looks like. But Rukueg could honestly have just gone up into the topside jungle and counter jungled the patient. All the patient can take is a Gromp. Rukueg could have taken the blue buff, the Gromp, and the wolves potentially. Probably just the blue buff and get out, but that would have been very good.
And now he's stuck doing just his Grump on this side of the map with nothing
Yeah.
else. Maybe the Scuttle Crab, but
Yeah,
definitely.
there's no wolves here. So this invade actually did kind of work out in setting Rukueg behind. It's not the most efficient clearing if the patient wants to get ahead, but if the patient is just looking to shut down Rukueg from scaling, then it's fine what he's doing.
hmm
But he really needs to be proactive with these Elise ganks because Elise is such a strong ganker, and it's really looked like Rukueg is kind of, you know, ganking harder with this Jax pick instead.
Yeah, and Rukueg with a counter invade of his own actually going on to the Raptors right now.
But this is in favor of the patient because the patient's invading the red buff.
Oh my
It's a
goodness.
game of counter jungles.
They're just trading jungles, and I think Jax is going to win that trade every single time. 10 HP
Well-
life, getting pretty low. Oh, great stun coming out from I Love the Moon. Katra might have to die here, but Rukueg coming in with a flash stun. I Love the Moon using the cleanse, but not going to be enough to save him. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, a fight starting with 10 HP life versus the entire bot lane of his opponent.
Yeah,
Surprisingly
I love
winning the
the
trade.
moon. Well, interesting there that Catrim had the flash up when he died. Oh, some action in the mid lane though.
Oh, uh-oh. Ruku Egg gonna get the kill there on the
Those auto
patient.
cancels smacks the patient into oblivion.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting a little dangerous here to be against this Jax. 3-1 already. Going for the Tiamat early. I actually like that, but ooh, Ruku Egg getting caught out by Karaken. How to support? Might get the kill with Tidal Wave. That'd be amazing. Not quite happening. Ace in the hole coming out onto Thug and Uggs. Getting him low. Probably going to want to back here or he'll die.
Yeah,
Almost
and it
guarantees
looks like
first
that
tower.
was more just an ulti to poke them off, so they
Uh-oh.
can secure this first blood tower.
Karaken gonna get hit by the taunt from Cruz. Kartrim trying to kill with the ultimate, but not quite enough as Isle of the Moon comes to defend his top laner.
Yeah, and it looks like that's gonna be first blood tower here in the bot lane. I want to watch something kind of interesting. So they can potentially set up a freeze here if they were to manage that. Now they're shoving in the next wave. They actually broke the freeze for their team, so there could be a freeze coming out from TLP right now.
Mm-hmm.
So a little suboptimal there. What should have happened is they should have left one caster minion of their side and then just kill the tower and then left. That way it would slow push towards them, so they can either go back down there because they want that Ocean Drake, or they could just, you know, leave it like that and a giant wave will be prepped for their top laner who will rotate down there.
Yeah, I just want to mention right now, it's a little bit off topic, but TLP is just killing it with these control wards. 4 control wards on the map that haven't been cleared. Somehow Patient
Yeah,
didn't see the
definitely.
control ward at the Raptors.
TLP is showing up really well. I mean, they're definitely behind in CS, and this bot lane discrepancy is very large.
Mm-hmm.
Almost, you know, 50 CS up for 10 HP life. That's where all of this is right now. But, you know, in the jungle, Ruku Egg has 100% kill participation.
Yeah.
Catrim, while a bit behind in CS, is also doing fairly decent. Now,
Uh-oh. Rukueg gonna get the stun onto the patient. Nope, the patient is gonna repel out of it. The charm coming out from Azrael of Death, but the crit from 10 HP life is gonna be real scary right there.
yeah, Azrael of Death popping the quickness, but not really having any follow-up damage and anyone there. They did have the enchanted crystal arrow, to be fair, but they, like look at the HP bars right now. Everyone is full HP. Really wasn't that useful. So probably should have saved that cooldown because that is 100-second cooldown. It's fairly long. But,
Rukueg may
the
have
next time
died if he
his
didn't use
ulti
it
is
though.
up, he will have the flash, which is very good for comboing.
Kargan and Cruz just fighting it out in the top lane. Surprisingly less action here than I've expected. Meanwhile, Rukueg fixing my statement for me as he ganks Karaken, getting the stun off, and Karaken gonna flash over, or sorry, slice and dice over. Justice Punch coming down onto Karaken. Karaken getting the heal with his Q. Rukueg probably gonna dive under tower and gonna die for it.
Yeah, Rukueg could have just gone for that first hit, backed up, and then let Cruz take the kill.
Winds of War
But-
would have been plenty to get that kill there, but
Yeah, getting a little greedy for it. Actually sets his top laner behind because he
Ooh.
gives that shutdown gold over, and the kill gold went to the Renekton compared to the kill gold on the from Renekton going to the Jax. So we might see a little more lane agency from this Renekton now, and he can maybe bully the Galio a bit. Essentially, especially since he has some MR from those Merc treads.
yeah, I just like to draw attention actually to all the lanes. You mentioned this a little bit before, especially highlighting the bot lane, but also in the mid lane. There are huge CS leads here for Karavi
Well,
is dead. Like
I
a
wanna-
total of almost 100.
Yeah, it's very big this lead in the mid and the bot lane in CS. Something I want to point out though is that Karakin went straight back to top lane. There's no objectives in the bottom side of the map, and watch how this game is kind of just slowing down unless some people get caught out. They really needed to send the bot lane of TKD to the top side because there's a Rift Herald there and a tower. They could have sieged down that top tower, did what they did in that bot lane. Instead, they're kind of just stalling it out and not pushing their advantage. Rotate your bot lane up to the top side. There's no bottom tower. There's no Drake. There's no reason to be down there. You send your bot top, You leave your mid laner mid and your top laner bot. You have the top laner just try to get what he can. Then you guys can do the Herald or the Dragon. It looks like they're doing the Herald with Karakin here.
Meanwhile, in
So-
the mid lane, an engage coming down, but a great flash from I Love the Moon is going to prevent it entirely, getting pretty much a free Herald for a flash. I'd take that trade any day. Crew's going to spot it out, but I don't know if he's able to stop it. Winds of War going to come out, lay down a little bit of poke damage. Not a whole lot. Bubble missing as a result of the Justice Punch. Taunt going on to 3. Uh-oh. Crew's coming in as is Rukueg getting the stun onto a few. Not going to be enough.
Oh, I Love the
Azrael
Moon is
and
getting all the
Kotrim
damage
going
down,
down. This is a disaster for them now. Rukueg going to follow shortly, but no, it's Cruz that comes out first, and it's 4 for 2. Really unfortunate there.
Yeah, that was... They just completely disrespected the Cassiopeia and left her untouched. She didn't even burn the cleanse. Like, this Cassiopeia is strong now. She has her tier. She has the Rod of Ages. And she is going to scale into a very strong threat that needs to be handled properly. And that fight was not obviously done right in regards to handling the Cassiopeia properly.
And now they get an additional tower off that as well for
Yeah, and this
Karavi's
is right
dead.
here. They send their Renekton bot side for now. They have the Caitlyn in the top lane. Renekton has Rift Herald, so it's going to be interesting to see where they use that and how they utilize it. But the mid tower is gone. There's only that top outer left. Either the Renekton uses it when he's split pushing by himself, and you know the enemy team comes to handle it, and you take objectives elsewhere, or he kind of just gets free damage with that Herald.
Uh-oh. 10 HP
They can
left
even
just is
protect
not
it,
getting
though.
it back. It's actually a good play, though, from last pick. Ooh, stun going down onto 10 HP life, as is the taunt. 10 HP life might go down here, but the patient here with the cocoon, as is the rest of his team. Cruz can't get out, and Rukueg is going to follow here. 2 for none in the top lane, and that's a tower if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, and now there's the Renekton here with the Rift Herald. He can drop it now. Or maybe just save it for the next tower. I don't know exactly what he's doing. It looks like he's just going to save it for the next tower. Oh, he's dropping it now. Okay.
All right.
A little...
A little
okay.
weird.
That's fine.
Not bad, just a little weird.
Yeah,
Okay, a
normally
little
you don't
bad,
drop it
but
when you're near the tower that you want to kill. If you wanted to save it for this tower, it's fine. It's honestly not wrong of him what he did. The patient hits a cocoon.
oh, great cocoon, but Charm trying to go in there from Azrael of Death. Not going to hit, though. He's going to get taken out. The patient getting hit by the Enchanted Crystal Arrow, not mattering.
Yeah, and with the cocoon, he actually secured both the sums from Thug and Uggs. So that's pretty important, as Ashe has no mobility otherwise. Not having the heal for the movement speed and the burst of health, and not having flash, means that this Ashe is a very susceptible target.
Yeah, that's now an 8k gold lead for Team Karavi is dead. They have just turned on the kill switch this game. Unfortunate for Team Last Pick, as they were doing pretty well for the early game, all things considered. And then just minor slip-ups here and there, and suddenly 4 kills in the Baron Pit.
Yeah,
Not what you're
I
looking
wanna-
for.
I really just think that a lot of this came from that Caitlyn. First of all, Caitlyn is a very strong champion. Even after the changes to her, which were primarily nerfs, she is still one of the most dominant ADCs. And, you know, her win rates haven't really been that low. She still has a very high ban rate because of how strong she is. And, I mean, what do you do now? There's a 5-0-2 Caitlyn. There's a 5-2-2 Cassiopeia. And then they have teammates that, while they aren't so fed themselves, Renekton has a stun. He's going to have some beefiness. Elise is going to have her stun. She's going to go for a little more damage. I think Elise should be building more utility, so I'm hoping that that Amp Tome turns into a utility item. And then they have Nami, who's gotten a lot of assist gold, able to get the redemption already, who's going to be able to peel even harder for them. So they've transitioned this early game team into a very large lead now, and that's going to allow them to dictate this mid game. And we need to see them close out this game in a reasonable amount of time. They don't need to rush down the base, like go all in ARAM right now, or else we lose. But they don't want to give the chance for the Jax, the Swain, and the Galio to scale up. and become really big threats.
Right. I mean, with that said, though, you were saying they need to take control of the mid game and then try and close out. Well, they just took 2 top towers, got Rift Herald, and then rotated down to Dragon, took that. Looks like a stun going on to Azrael of Death, so it might be a kill here on the enemy bot lane. Patient going in, not going to get the kill. Okay, so no kill on the bot lane, but they've taken 3 objectives in very short order thus far, and if they can keep that momentum up, hopefully with a good split push from Karaken, whose TP will be up in about, looks like 40 seconds, I think they're in a good position to win the game. On the other hand, what does Team Last Pick do to try and stay in it? How do they stall effectively?
They have good engage with the Rubicon, with the quickness, and flash up. He needs to have some HP though, and this tower is very low. There's a lot of health bars really low. Thug and Uggs is out of mana and doesn't have the ulti.
Wow, that volatile spiraling did a lot of damage.
They just need to concede this tower. They're too low. They can't defend it.
Now, is part of this due to the fact that the Ashe just doesn't do damage to squishies right now?
I mean, Thug and Uggs is almost, has around half the CS that 10 HP Life does. And no kills, no assists compared to the 502 Caitlyn, right?
Right.
The damage coming out from 2 completed crit items against not even a Bork, although that's a lot of damage from Ruku Egg.
Good lord, yes it is. And that's a lot of damage similarly from 10 HP Life.
Yeah. And honestly, they just need some engage from, the Ashe Enchanted Crystal Arrow or the Rakan with the quickness, and they need to get that perfect dream fight I was talking about in Chancellor.
Ruku getting in there with the stun. Oh, and a great takeout from Kotrim, getting the kill. Rakan trying to go in there, but not quite going to get the engage he was looking for.
Yeah. Azrael of Death not popping the flash quickness, so he doesn't get the Nami with it. You got to commit the flash if you want to do that. But I think he didn't want to. He wanted to save it for a potential upcoming fight. And really, the flash is what makes the quickness extra strong, right? That's the instantaneous way to get in there. You can use the Grand Entrance with the quickness, but it's not great. Grand Entrance is kind of delayed. They'll see you, and then you pop quickness after that. They have potential to kite you away.
Right.
With the flash, it's just no counterplay to it. You flash in, the quickness, you flash in, you run around, group them all together, you Grand Entrance. I don't know why it's called Grand Entrance if you're using it after you've already entered, but...
Yeah. Grand fart about in the middle of the team fight. Doesn't have quite the same ring to it,
Yeah, no. Grand lock them down? I don't...
Yeah, Grand Slam, maybe?
That's not bad. Is there an ability with that name?
I don't think so.
There's other slam abilities. Malphite has one.
Seismic Slam? No, it's Seismic Shard.
Seismic Shard. He has, his E is something slam, I think.
Ground Slam?
I think it might be Ground Slam.
I think so. They're trying not to get that Mario trademark of the ground pound. Although, I don't think that's trademarked. That's just what the community calls it, I think. It's completely off topic, but there's not a whole lot to talk about this game. They're just kind of shoving mid.
Yeah, well, and this is really important. The kills, you think 11-9, close game, right? 4 towers on the side of TKD, over TLPs. 5-1. And with all that gold, they're even going to just start up the Baron with the pink ward on it. That ward doesn't see this.
And this is going to be one really quick Baron here. Patient taking it out with a Q, and now they can end. This is something that I'm really happy to see, because this is the problem we have a lot with teams in Learning 5s, where they just don't know how or are somehow unwilling to close. They get a lead, and then they're like, all right, cool, we've got a lead, let's kill them. And that's not quite the way you want to go, especially with these games that are so, I wouldn't say necessarily knife's edge, but somewhere in that vicinity where one bad team fight can end up losing you the game. You really want to take this approach of, okay, what objective is up and what do we have to do to get there?
Yeah, and right now, most of, the team is Ruku Egg with the damage on that Jax. Looks like he's going for a Gunblade next, potentially a Bork. I'm not sure which is core on Jax. I haven't been following his builds right now, or recently, but either way, that's going to provide a lot more damage. And really, it looks like this Jax just wants to get in there and get the Galio's
Oh,
Grand
two
Entrance
stuns
on
coming
him.
out. Tidal Wave. Kotrim somehow surviving. I Love the Moon just going in onto that Rakan. And the Ashe cleansing the stun there. I Love the Moon almost getting taken out, but a great Archangel Shield saving him from the turret hit. And it looks like that's probably going to be game 3 for none in that fight.
Yeah, I don't think they can end yet because Ruko Egg is still up and can defend, although it looks like they're going to try to.
Yeah, they're going to try
And
for
Ruko
it
Egg
for
is nowhere
sure.
nearby.
Taunt going down onto 2. Bubble missing a little bit. Death Timer's coming up for Azael of Death. Meanwhile, a stun onto 10 HP life. Ruko Egg gonna have to flash out, but that's burned a lot from 10 HP. But the ult from 10 HP is actually gonna take out Ruku. Azael of Death not able to go in, getting taken out. Crew's gonna be the one to follow, and this is gonna be the end of the game here, unless there's a miracle play from Kotrim and Thug and Uggs.
Yeah, that escalated very quickly from sieging inhibitor to potentially ending the game. Thug and Uggs having to burn the heal there too. It just, after all that gold lead from that bot lane and 10 HP life just becoming a monstrous threat with how to support, just backing him up with everything he's doing.
There's not a whole lot this team can do to save. Team Last Pick going to have to think about what they're doing in the next game to try and remedy this, as Team Karavi is Dead takes the first game in this series here at Learning Fives. What do you think that Team Last Pick should work on during the break? Or talk about working on?
I mean, really, Thug and Uggs didn't feed, but just got completely pushed out of lane because of this, just the amount of pressure that Caitlyn Nami applies. Rakan doesn't have a great early game. His ulti is what makes him so great. You know, he has some tools he can use pre-6. He's not bad early on, but he has no real damage. He needs either damage from a jungler or an ADC to really do anything. And Ashe doesn't really provide that much early damage either, so they had this meh early game. They needed ultis first, so pre-6 just completely lose everything. And they get pushed out, so there needs to be some pressure applied in this bot lane in the next game. And maybe they want to focus a little more on the early game.
All right, well, hopefully... Do you think that could be a team comp problem, or is it mostly
a bit. I mean, just Caitlyn Nami. Caitlyn Nami's a problem. Caitlyn specifically.
Well, hopefully they take that into account in the next game and draft a more comfortable bot lane for their AD carry and support. But while they consider that and we reload into the next game, enjoy the quick musical break. All right, and we're here with one of the shortest intermissions we've ever had here at Learning Fives. I'm still Nabiria. I'm still joined here by Meowing Cat, and I actually didn't even have time to update the overlays. We're here in Game 2 between Team Last Pick, who is now on the blue side, and Team Karavi is dead. So while I fix that, Meowing Cat, would you like to take over?
Yeah, so Karavi is dead. Actually took game one. They are on the red side, so they are 1-0 in this best of two currently. And we want to see if Team Last Pick can remedy those issues that they had last game. Because honestly, they had a lot of, bright points that they could play off of. In particular, Rukoeg played really well on that Jax pick, which we even questioned a little bit in Champ Select, but he definitely showed that his comfort pick could put out really well. So immediately, the Caitlyn and Cassiopeia being banned in response to last game. And
Pretty smart.
that it has to be expected. I mean, 10 HP life on that Caitlyn just destroyed everything in his path, and I Love the Moon just turned team fights completely around single-handedly with that Cassiopeia pick, as well as Fiora, a very strong pick. I don't know if Karakin is a fan of it, but I am sneezing in the middle of a cast.
Excellent, excellent. And while Meowing Cat produces a Zac of his very own after it is banned out, I'm going to assume that Fiora is actually a target ban because one of the players was talking about that. It might just be something they don't want to play against, and it's convenient.
Yeah, Fiora is definitely a strong pick. So even if it wasn't, like a target ban, it's not ever, a bad ban. Especially the higher up you go in Elo, the worse it gets.
Yeah, she's very frustrating. We've seen in high level play a lot in the LCK. I can think of one example recently. I forget who the top laner was. I believe it was Longju's new top laner, who just 1v2'd on Fiora with like no HP and came out on top.
I love top laners that can 1v2. Is that a placeholder? Is that a placeholder? I don't have any word of that being a placeholder. We might have a Teemo. I don't think we've seen him in a while.
I can't actually make words here, Meowing. I just cannot make words about this. I'm just making guttural sounds, hoping that words will come, but none have. It's a Teemo
I had a
lock-in.
sneeze. You have guttural sounds. It seems like a quality cast.
Yeah, Teemo, guttural sounds. What more could you want?
What's really important is where this Teemo goes. Now, they're picking the Swain and the Galio again. It actually went really well with the Galio last game, and the Swain did pretty decent. He did okay. Catch him. I really liked this Galio-Jax combo, though, because it allowed them to kind of just enable that Jax pick. So I really like that.
Part of me likes that they're sticking with kind of the same comp.
Yeah, almost everything's the same so far. Now, I want to see what happens with Azrael of Death, because he didn't show up too well on that recon, but the champion itself is a great pick, especially with this composition. It synergizes so well. So if they can, if the recon gets through the second banning phase, even though Azrael of Death didn't do too great on it last game, I think it could still be warranted that he picks it again, just because of the synergies it has with this composition.
Yeah, but all right, I'm just gonna say it. What is going on with this champ select here?
Yeah,
Karavi
especially
is dead?
on this. Yeah, so Karavi is dead. Kind of has a Teemo.
It is the meme dream team right here. Echo, Teemo,
And what that
Yasuo.
means is, where is this Teemo going? Because you have Yasuo, who is either mid or top. You have Echo, who could be flexed in the jungle, maybe. It could be Echo jungle, Teemo top, Yasuo mid. I'm scared, though, that it's a Teemo jungle or ADC.
I mean, we've seen Teemo jungle before, not in competitive, but in
yeah. I mean,
in
I
solo
used to
queue.
play it. It can work. Blood Razor, you get some bruiser items and you just kite like crazy. I don't really care for AP Teemo jungle. I'm more for the on-hit, bruisery Teemo myself.
What?
And with that Kalista lock-in, it guarantees Teemo is not ADC, so...
I would hope that would be guaranteed by the fact that
I
it's
have to
Teemo.
say, though, the Elise last game from the Patient wasn't that on point. A lot of missed cocoons, a few cocoons later throughout the game, but early on, just cocoon after cocoon not connecting. Teemo's blind is point and click, and against Jax, being able to blind him kind of neuters that pick a lot. So maybe this is potentially he could have more impact than before, but
I like that
I
Nami
really
take.
gotta point out 3 of these champions on the side of Team Karavi is dead are auto attackers against a Jax who has a dodge. That's
Yeah,
not, and it looks like it's gonna be Teemo Jungle. And if he goes for the build that I mentioned, the Bruisery Blood Razor build, that Jax is just gonna dodge most of those auto attacks. It's the blind is nice, yes, but then he just dodges all your damage and then waits out the blind, and then what do you do? And they've subbed out that Caitlyn for a Jinx, so they have again a range advantage in the bot lane. They have sustain and poke on the Nami, and again a support that doesn't apply that much pressure. The Nautilus. Well, sorry, it's swapped around now. So Azrael of Death. So this bot lane has kind of swapped positions. So Azrael and Thuggin have more of a pressurous thing. So I mean, it looks like the draft is really in favor of Karavi is dead this game. But I mean, we saw crazy things from Team Last Pick. So
yeah, but hmm, hmm.
yeah, I don't know. 10 HP life on the Callista. He carried so hard on that Caitlyn. What can he really do here with the Callista? I mean,
Is
I
Callista?
guess.
I hate to phrase it this way, but is Callista viable again?
Callista's actually been seeing some play in competitive as well. So she's popped up again, but Callista's always a champion where if she's played in competitive, she's either just good enough for competitive or she's busted, right?
Yeah.
I have the feeling right now that Callista is not busted. She's just competitively viable for the best of players. 10 HP life did well, but I don't know if he has what he needs from himself as well as his team to make this Callista pick work. I mean, something that is good about the Callista pick is that he can throw the Nautilus straight into Thuggin Ugg's face, right? You can launch that Nautilus. He can, then CC chain someone super hard.
I mean, there's a lot of knockups here for the Yasuo. That's nice. There's the
Well,
blind from Teemo, which could be nice.
a lot is I don't know if I'd use the word a lot. He has the Nautilus. That's pretty much it.
And
Just
the
the
Callista,
Nautilus is
to be fair.
ulti and Q. I think might count.
It's a displacement, so it would.
Yeah,
And also
but-
the Fate's Call, I think it's called, Callista's ultimate. That knocks
oh
up
yes,
as well.
correct. That does ulti or that does knock up. So they have some CC. I take it back. That Callista one is very important because he can get a lot of people with that.
Yeah, and Callista is very good at chasing, so it's almost a guaranteed hit if Callista is constantly autoing while it's active.
But-
So
Mhm.
the exhaust on the Swain is interesting. I don't think it's bad though. I think that's actually a pretty decent pickup against the Yasuo.
Swain tends to like, the teleport because he likes to kind of split push around and because he's a bruiser, basically.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the tankier mid laners. He can split push and duel most people. He can't really duel Yasuo that well, and this exhaust is gonna kind of fix that a bit. And there's a lot of exhaust targets, honestly. Callista's a good exhaust target. She gets completely destroyed by exhaust.
Yep.
Yasuo is a great exhaust target. He gets hurt a lot by it. Even Echo. If Echo's, going for a more damage build and he's trying to assassinate your Jinx, or you just need the self peel for the Swain, then the exhaust could be useful. I can't quite make out what the summoners are all on the side of TKD because of, guess what, more bugs. But
Yeah. No, but
this
you know
is
what?
a very interesting game from champions alone. I'm excited.
We're going to find out in a few seconds what exactly they are while we load into the game. We'll be back in about 30 or 45. See you then. All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to Game 2 between Team Karavi is Dead on the red side this time and Team Last Pick on the blue. I'm still Nibiria. I'm still joined by Meowing Cat. No joke about it this time. I'm pretty sure he's sticking with it. And we've got, hopefully, a great Game 2 here.
Yeah. All the same players from Game 1, so no mid-series subs or anything like that.
That's always nice.
Yeah, I hate seeing players having to just leave due to what personal issue or reasons. It's kind of just ruining it when they're winning and then they can't be here for the second game.
Uh-oh. We got a bit of a scrap here in the bottom lane. You know what's interesting? Jinx took Doran's shield, and it's the new
Kalista
nerf.
started with that E, stacking up spears.
Oh, Azrael's gonna have the back, but I don't think that's a kill unless they just dive 5-man.
They can.
Do
they
it.
have all 5 members.
Do
here.
it. Do it. How to support? Tank the tower. Tank the tower, buddy. Keep
there
tanking
we
it.
go.
Keep
This
tanking
is good execution.
Now get out. Get out. Get out. Oh, and first blood going down to I Love the Moon, who barely survives that tower shot. Pretty good execution there.
Yeah, they played that really well. Having the Nautilus tank the first shots, not perfect execution to be fair. They
No.
didn't have everyone immediately go in when Nautilus started tanking, but it was played really well. And that secures the Yasuo of first blood, which is going to help this matchup a lot. He will come slightly late to lane, although I don't think it's going to affect him too much. And he already has that 20% crit chance with that Brawler's Glove.
Did you notice who 10 HP life paired to?
Does he have? He doesn't. He did not buy an extra black spear.
And you can only reset it within the first minute.
Yeah.
Alrighty. This game is going to be interesting. I am honestly surprised that... Oh, no. No surprise anymore, I don't think. I was going to say that Ruku Egg should just be absolutely camping the ever-loving hell out of Teemo's jungle and just make his life hell, because you can. You're Jax. You can kill him.
And you know what he started?
Teemo's red.
Yep. There goes Teemo's red buff. And you know what Teemo likes to do a lot?
Auto people with red buff.
And you know what he doesn't have now?
I'm going to guess it's red buff. Did I get the 3 for 3?
Got 3 for 3.
All right,
This
excellent.
Teemo's going to be very disappointed. Watch him sadly waddle over to that red buff. Take a few seconds to be like, where is it at? Not even hesitation, just, all right, bye.
He was like, well, all right. I figured as much. I think we need to talk a little more and just sit on the fact that Kalista didn't pair with Nautilus.
So, early game, I mean, first of all, you can't launch this Nautilus anymore for those Yasuo stuns. It's going to hurt the early game because Kalista's not going to get the attack speed from being nearby Teemo. The only thing it does late game is helps heal for Teemo, I guess. And this Teemo's about to get executed.
Oh, man. Oh, no, he's not. He's going to get killed. Ruku Egg, my boy.
Okay.
All right, Cruise Kill JFK might go down as well. I don't think so, but yeah.
He's going to see those Raptors. It's not even worth it.
Oh no, I Love the Moon getting caught out by Ruku Egg, it looks like in the mid lane there. No stun, but red buff ticking. So, I mean, not only does he lose the attack speed from not being paired with Nautilus, he loses the, 10% max health damage from the W passive, which is just so incredibly strong in lane.
Did you say that not only does he lose the attack speed?
Yeah.
Because, he loses attack speed, which is pretty important for a Kalista. And, over aggression there.
Yeah, unfortunate gank combo there. A little bit of a root going down onto Thug and Uggs. Gonna do a lot of damage, but not enough to kill, so.
Yeah, I want to mention, it looks like the bot lane of TLP has a lot of issues with mana management. Because they're both again, 2 games in a row.
And
that's
CSing.
it seems like a trend between in this bot lane, that they both just kind of spam their abilities too much.
Which
So
would be
if there's
fine if you were
anything for them
getting
to
a
take
sizable advantage off of it.
Yeah. Well, sorry, it was the opposite lane last game, but yeah, the opposite lane did, get an advantage. This game, they're kind of just losing all their mana, losing pressure, and getting bullied out.
Yeah.
Some counter jungling from the Teemo this time.
What is going on? I Love the
Oh,
Moon
the two-man
and
stun.
Patient getting stunned up by Jax there. Ruku Egg might be able to kill I Love the Moon here. Doesn't look like it's happening. Ruku Egg going to get taken out by the Patient's dot damage. And successful invade, I guess. What is
This
going
game
on?
is so.
This is an
The
amazing
patience-
pocket pick. They must have planned this for ages. The flash over the wall. The missed anchor. This is amazing. Our last two best of twos have just been one game pretty standard, and the second game is just like potato bonoboville. It's amazing.
I like how last game I was going over, proper rotations. This game we just have a Teemo. Like, do we even need this? Why do I need to talk about rotations? There's a Teemo in this game. I mean,
They're pretty good Teemo rotations though, and it looks like it's gonna result in a kill. The patient might get a double kill here in the bot
Heal
lane.
coming out late.
How does support got taken out? Oh, patient. Roku is just getting double buffs repeatedly from killing patient. I'm fine with this. I think both teams are fine with that result. It looks like. Oh, Ruku.
I don't want to do this anymore. Get me out.
It's not worth it.
Get me out.
Game 2 doesn't have casters anymore.
Now,
We're just gonna play the Benny Hill theme over.
the patient has 300, 400 extra gold. Builds. Okay. I think Teemo needs to really get boots early on so he can kite around a lot and chase down targets. He does have his W, which helps compensate a bit though, so maybe it's not horrible for the recurve bow.
Oh, the moon going on to Kotrim, looking to get that knockup, but no ultimate yet. Kotrim not really getting affected by that wind wall usage, but good one from Love the Moon anyways. It would have juked a theoretical skill shot that wasn't coming. Well, I guess the E would have been blocked.
Yeah, it blocks the E, and it might block the Q, actually, because
Yeah, I
doesn't
was
he
just
send
about to
out the
ask about
bird, or
that.
does it just appear there?
It doesn't block the beam, but it might block the bird appearing there.
The send out, yeah.
I Love the Moon fighting Ruku Egg here in the minion wave, trying to get that knockup, but Jax doesn't have skill
Windwall's not
shots,
going to do
buddy.
anything there for sure.
Yeah, this is Ruku getting an early lead again. So let's see if
I
he can-
believe the technical term of this game is what they call a fiesta.
Yeah, possibly it's
That's
the
what
cloud
the
variety.
pros call that, yeah. I mean, this game is just all over the place. We do see Ruku Egg, again, picking up a lot of early kills, though. A same thing that happened last game.
Mm-hmm.
So he's very early game centric with this Jax, able to apply a lot of early pressure and just clean up kills, and he's in the right places at the right time. So,
The patient is about to get caught again by Jax.
but yeah, the patient's having a much better early game than last game on this Teemo. So maybe Teemo has better early pressure than Elise.
Maybe. We have
I don't
only one
think-
game to test.
Yeah, I mean, throughout the series, it's been proven, right? Oh, and
Yeah,
Jax is here
absolutely.
right in time for the counter gank.
Ooh, Cruise killed JFK, eating damage from that red smite, and a two-man stun coming out from Ruku Egg. Patient going to be the first one to go down. Karakin getting him with the ultimate, but can Ruku get the kill onto Kara? Kara no longer has the chrono break. Might be
He has a
enough.
flash.
Ruku.
Wait, does he not? It looks like it's it's 3 seconds away from right now.
He might be
has
able to
it
flash
now,
into the
but it
tower,
was
but it
just
wouldn't be worth
not
it at this
up.
point. It's too risky.
Yeah. Just
Especially when you
barely
farm
off
one.
of cooldown, too.
But if Karakin
oh,
moves
this is
up...
overstaying from Karakin here.
Ooh! Wait, was that the flash in place?
Yeah, Ruku flashed there.
Ruku,
That's not what I
man.
wanted when I mentioned it.
Yeah, no, that's not quite what we were thinking of there, but
He
you know
he
what?
flashed in place, I think.
It,
Yeah. That's pretty bad, because Jax really likes to have that flash.
You know what? It was a style flash. He was trying to...
You're right, you're right.
Yeah, he was trying to assert dominance, and I think he did
Speaking
so.
of style, a lot of damage being applied in the bot lane.
10 HP life,
From the
trying to go
stylish
for their
skin of Thug
namesake.
and Uggs, only 1820 RP in your local riot shop.
Good. Let the plug flow through you.
Please hire me.
Notice that Jinx is winning these trades, if not the lane. It's probably because she has a skin and Callista doesn't. Please hire me too.
Yeah. Plus, there's a pretty good weeb song for that Star Guardian Jinx skin,
Exactly.
So, you know.
Available now from Riot Games on both SoundCloud and Spotify. Please hire us. Oh, good
Also
stun coming out
available
from
is
How
the
to
kill on
Support.
Azrael.
Oh, another kill coming out. How to Support. Getting real good at tanking those towers. Patient getting the knockup onto, I believe, Ruku, but 10 HP life going to be the first one to go down. Thug and Uggs taking out a double kill there. Not the best. A little bit of a potato fight.
Yeah, kind of went flop. I mean, there's not much you can say there. You know what would have been nice? If you had a Nautilus who could engage with a face call.
Yeah. Wonder how that could happen this game.
I don't know. That's too hard
Jeez.
for me to comprehend.
Jeez. That's just...
All I know is Teemo Jungle now.
My life has become Teemo Jungle. Ooh, stun coming out a little too early. Thug and Uggs just getting the one rocket auto to kill him. And meanwhile, in the mid lane, last breath, I Love the Moon not going to be able to get the kill because... Ooh, double flash coming out.
Oh.
And a pause. Fair enough. I think the teams are getting more alcohol to try and comprehend this game, and I don't blame them.
I think there was a crash there, although it was... it didn't affect the mid lane play we just saw. There might have been something in the bot lane, although I don't think anything happened due to the crash.
I don't think so either.
So the pause not having any effect on the game, as we saw, it wasn't any reason that Catrim died or something. That was just purely Yasuo skills.
Yeah, with a Z,
Challenge your
in case you
Yasuo
couldn't
skills.
hear.
I do want to mention this Yasuo built the Executioner's Calling. I really like that.
That's smart.
Yeah, because he's against the Swain who can heal with his ulti, he built it before it became a problem. And that's so good because if the Swain didn't, if there wasn't already this Executioner's Calling, the Swain could have been healing up from that Ravenous Flock, and he might not have gotten that kill. He might have even died there. Now he gets that kill though, although might die anyways.
Love the Moon having to run away from Ruku.
Oh, he
Doesn't have the
wasted Q.
tornado. Oh, and Ruku gets the dunk. 6-1. Getting a little
Yeah.
spooky there on that Jax.
And not just the Jax this game though. Thug and Uggs on a carry compared to the utility ADC of last game has actually been doing pretty well because of some of the misplays from the side of TKD.
Worth
So now
noting, still down like 30 CS.
Yeah, definitely not. 10 HP having a lot more, comfort in CSing, it seems. So Thug and Uggs definitely should, kind of try to match that a bit more so. That might be due to wave management instead of CSing skills. I haven't been watching closely enough to say which one it is.
Oh, the
But-
fight over the control ward.
Yeah,
Patient
much
winning
more,
that fight. Oh no.
oh.
Oh no. Oh yes. Oh yeah.
And that's shutdown going to 10 HP life's way. I mean, that's going to help make this Kalista scary. And she's almost even on gold with this 3-0 Jinx now.
I have a question for you.
All right, hit me with it.
Does Cloud Drake in any way affect Callista's jump?
Kallista's jump? No,
I don't think
the
it
Kalista
does.
jump is only scaling off of not even movement speed, but boot tier.
The secret nerf to Callista, removing boot enchantments.
I think they gave some compensation for that actually,
They might
although
have.
I might be wrong.
I remember they used to scale off of it, and you just
Yeah,
felt like
it did. So
for,
like you'd either it
Furor.
was sucky too because you either get Alacrity or Furor, which do
Both of which
almost
suck.
nothing for Callista. Yeah, or you get like the CDR one for Summoners.
Coulda gotten
which is
Captains.
Pretty bad.
So your
Yeah,
support
they were
could-
all just really bad for Callista.
Captains might actually not have been terrible. If you think
Home
about
guards
it, so
when it
you're-
was out would have been a viable choice completely, but then they removed home guard boots.
yeah,
enchantment.
true. That was a
And they
sad
gave it
time.
for free because Riot wants to give us free stuff. I wish. I mean, they
I
gave us
wish too.
tech stuff,
I'll
which
take
can
a
also
free
be
ribbon
bought for
skin.
$290 as a bundle or $125 separately for each key chest.
But wait, there's more review call now. Except I don't think Riot has a phone number. Meanwhile, Assail taking a lot of damage there. Tidal Wave coming out. Few Ren stacks already put down. Not going to be enough to kill him, I don't think. Not going to even pop it from 10 HP life. So, bit of a wash there, that engage. Ooh, Snare going down onto I Love the Moon. Catch him saying, no, you're stuck here with me, buddy. Justice Punch going a little bit wide, but Cruise Kill JFK getting engaged back on. Karaken eating a little bit of damage from Winds of War in return, though. So, is Ruku Egg just going to carry at this point, or what do you think is going to happen with this current state of the game? Like, if everything goes on this current trajectory, who do you think is going to win? As Thug and Uggs get stunned up, so wait until this is over to see if that changes. Getting a few
It's
free
not
autos
just
out.
Ruku Egg though. Thug and Uggs is really strong, but Ruku Egg
Ooh,
is
stun going down onto I Love the Moon. Not going to be quite enough to kill him, I don't think. Ooh, one more bird from Katrim, just enough.
I don't know if it was a crow that got him. I think it was actually the torment that finished it off there. I wasn't sure, but
There was a crow that came out. I don't know if it actually ended up landing. Patient gonna get almost blown up there. Puts the 2 defensive shrooms, but an auto from Katram says, "Get out of here, kid."
Yeah, and so now you have this 3-threat comp with Swain, Jax, Jinx. You have a Galio who can protect any of them, and even engage with the Jax, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have this Nami that has a great amount of peel, and this is actually becoming... This might turn into a tie, where TLP might take this game, actually.
Mm-hmm. I mean, with the way they're playing right now, I think it's possible. Nice bubble going down there. Ooh, Super Mega Death Rocket, not enough to kill, but the rocket immediately thereafter is Thug and Uggs not going to chase on a 10 HP life. Did he have red buff? No. No way.
Yeah, and something I noticed from these supports is that they're both positioning very aggressively, both high amounts of deaths this game, and I don't tend to like it that much. I mean, How to Support had flash up. He could have maybe positioned differently and flashed out to safety. So I don't know what's really going on here with both of them, but
I would prefer an aggressive support that makes mistakes compared to a passive support who thinks they're playing Soraka on Nautilus.
And here comes the fake call
The patient gank coming out. The Ren might be enough to kill if you can get in range for it, 10 HP. Not happening.
Yeah.
That legendary Teemo
Imagine
gank.
if you had Fate's Call for the Nautilus who died.
Weird. Might be working out a little better.
Huh. Well, I mean, the Fate's Call on the Teemo might secure this tower, though, as it forced Thug and Uggs to back.
Azrael completely out of mana here. 10 HP life and the patient, both pretty low.
Oh, it targeted the patient!
Patient, no! This is just magical.
This game is too much for me to handle. It's
You know
weird how
the
it didn't
strat
target
was
how to
like-
support there. I think the patient might have been closer or something. Targeting is really weird with towers, but
Yeah. No,
I
it
think how
certainly
to support
is.
was a little further away than the patient, so it targeted the Teemo instead.
This is just this strategy with the Teemo. You know this is something that they were up until like 3 in the morning in voice chat with each other. Scrims ended like 2.5 hours ago. They were just, talking about random things, and then suddenly someone was like, guys, maybe it was the patient. It was probably the patient.
You know what I want to see? I don't know if it's gonna happen this game, but I really want to see someone buy a Zeke's.
Sure,
I
why
don't
not?
think it's gonna happen, but
I haven't
I
seen
could
it in
definitely
about
see
2
Cruz
seasons.
killed.
So
Hmm?
I haven't seen it in about 2 seasons.
Well, do you know about the Zeke's rework?
Which one?
The recent one, Zeke's Convergence is now what it's called.
No. I
Okay,
remember
so
about the
Zeke's-
AP one and the attack speed
Yeah.
one.
So it became an AP item from Zeke's. So it went from Zeke's Herald to Zeke's Harbinger, right?
Yeah.
To Zeke's Convergence, and now it went from an AP item to a tank item.
Huh. I didn't catch that
Although
actually. Meanwhile,
I'll get back
gank
on that
and Kartrim,
after.
You know what would have made this gank easier? The % health damage from having a pair in that Nautilus.
You could have also used a Fate's Call, but yeah.
Either or.
Rift Herald taken up from the patient too. That looks like it might be dropped immediately in the mid lane, and they might be going for this tower.
Yeah, it'd be a 4v1 in the mid lane right now, so they might as well drop it. Stun going down onto Ruku Egg. Ruku
Oh!
Egg using... Ooh,
I don't know about that
great
one.
stun.
That was really weird looking.
That was the weirdest Counter-Strike I've ever seen.
Yeah. But now they have this Herald who's just going to smash this turret. Boom. And it looks like they're grouped up and they're going for a second turret. Now with this Teemo pick, they have defensive shroom set up. They're not going to do much damage at all, but they will slow and provide an escape path.
That was a rapid 2-tower take right there.
Yeah, that Rift Herald can destroy towers.
Yeah, it does like,
And I
what,
mean,
20%?
Kalista, Teemo, Yasuo take towers fairly decently too.
Yeah. What is this Teemo
Uh,
building right now? Is it Bork, I guess?
Yeah, it looks like a Bork. So he's going for mostly on-hit damage. I'd like to see him go for a tank item after that. I don't mind the
Frozen Mallet, maybe? Frozen Mallet, maybe?
Yeah, I think
I think that's like the best synergizing item for Teemo. Tanky. Sorry,
yeah,
tank
normally
wise.
you do go Frozen Mallet if you're building those items on Teemo.
Usually you get a Runins with it, so you're just like an AoE
Thinking
slowing
what
machine.
else? Yeah, I mean,
It's like Fervor, Bork, Ginsu's,
I'm kind of stuck here. I think he should go Ninja Tabbies, though. If he's doing that, he should go Ninja Tabbies.
Yeah, those Jackson Jinx autos are gonna hurt.
There's a lot of CC, though. He could even go... I want to say he could go Mercs, but I think he just needs the Tabbies for the damage. The AD threats are too much.
Yeah, I assume that just taking a little bit longer on CC isn't worth, you know, losing all of your health from a single Jinx crit, because she is going to be hitting very hard very soon. Almost has that eye edge coming up.
Yeah, and... So this team is really weird. I mean, there's actually a gold lead that's about to be just neutralized. So, oh, no, it's not.
Apparently not.
Gonna die. So there's actually a slight gold lead on TKD's side. Even though they're 4 kills down, they have an extra turret because of that Rift Herald take. And they're 2 Drakes up with an air Drake as well as a Mountain Drake.
Yeah,
So, I mean, this game is really close now.
Somehow.
And...
Somehow. I have no idea how this happened, but...
Objectives. I mean, all neutral objectives so far this game, the only ones taken were taken from TKD.
Yeah.
CLP does not have a single neutral objective this game. They have 2 towers, but that's it. So they're down 1 tower as well as all 3 neutral objectives that were taken.
Well, they were very good about this last game as well. That's how they won the game so quickly and so decisively. They were just constantly on those neutrals, and even... they're showing now that even when they're behind, well, they were behind with a terrible, terrible strategy, that same macro play works out.
Yeah, and they're CSing as well. They just are... The mid and ADC, I Love Moon and 10 HP Life, are just superior in CSing. I mean, they have practiced it, and it's obviously showing that they're just more comfortable CSing and getting that gold lead, because this Kalista is actually ahead in gold, while having, instead of 2 kills, 2 assists, is up in gold because of that 30 CS lead.
Yeah.
The Yasuo is up 800 gold, has 1 extra assist, but an extra 20, almost 30 CS. So really, it's just come down to just overall better macro and CSing skills. Even though they're losing these team fights and these weird skirmishes that they have, they're still in this game, which is just, you know, showing what they're good at. They're really good at.
Thug is recovering, though. Uh-oh, I Love the Moon might get hit by the stun from the Counter-Strike. Juking away just in time. And they're just kind of sitting here. Are they trying to bait Baron? They saw them. There's a ward.
Yeah.
Are they just going to go for it?
Oh my.
They keep doing this.
This Teemo has double % health damage items. No, the damage on these items do cap off. But it does add a lot of damage to these objectives.
Moon taking a lot of damage there from Baron. It doesn't look like it's going to matter, though. Great objective take timing. 2-man taunt coming down from Cruz. Justice Punch going down onto 1. Super Mega Death Rocket missing a little bit. Teemo getting saved up there by the ultimate. Fate's Call. Cruz going in with the ultimate there onto Patient. Patient getting taunted and possibly going to go down. No, flashing away just in time. Cruz trying to chase down, but... Oh, Justice Punch going to be enough. Roku Egg coming in onto the other side, getting the stun onto the support there, but not going to get the kill. Oh, flashing in. Never mind. Hold on. It's not over yet. I Love the Moon getting a great wind wall there to prevent any further damage, it looks like. Having to flash out after the wind wall was no longer saving him.
I would have cried if this happened, if Thug and Uggs used a rocket on the on I Love Moon and he flashed to how to support with that rocket.
Oh man,
that I would have died.
It was possible too.
I would have died IRL.
Actually dead. I'd have to solo cast again.
DED dead.
The solo cast was pretty fun though. Exhausting but fun.
Yeah, now in the top lane,
taunt on
a solo kill
and
possibly.
He's gonna get taken out pretty well.
Dying by himself, if you consider that a solo kill.
Yeah, it was sort of solo.
There
was a kill.
Solo something.
One of them was solo.
Yeah. Now, able to secure this tower.
Oh,
it's gonna...
hitting a mushroom. That's just unfortunate. 10 HP chasing it down. Don't know if the rend will be enough. It would, but not able to proc it from the range that she was at.
Yeah, so now the only Barons left are on the mid, support, and ADC. So there's no top laner that has Baron, which can split push, which is pretty important. And this Jax is just wailing away at this turret. Gets 2 towers off that push. And that's a lot of gold given over.
I'm going to say I don't really like the Bork.
On Jax?
Yeah. I think
It could
Titanic
be a
would be better.
Gunblade. It could be a Gunblade.
Well, yeah, I don't like that either, honestly. I feel like you just get a Trinity Force Titanic. I've done this a lot. Yeah, I mean, in ARAM, but hey.
ARAM.
Hey, it does damage, all right? Here's what happens.
Yeah,
you get the Titanic.
it adds some tankiness, so it's a good buy. I think he would go for it after he completes that. I don't think he wants to finish his jungle item even, though.
No, probably not, but my
And-
question is the Bork / Gunblade necessary or even helpful as opposed to going straight Titanic and then building tankier items? Like, how much damage does it add against these incredibly squishy teams? I don't think much. Oh, as Dragon's taken, Bubble getting blocked by Windwall. That was actually pretty cool. Crew Skill JFK trying to keep How to Support off in the backline, but Jinx is going down. 10 HP Life, not able to save himself, but able to save the patient there. 10 HP Life finally going to go down in a second when the taunt lands from Cruz. And it is a 2-4-3. No,
yeah,
2.
Thug and
I can't
Uggs was
count.
getting chased down on the backside by Karakin and How to Support.
Oh,
And How
not
to
over
Support
yet.
going very aggressive, but the parallel convergence.
Karakin getting parallel convergence onto Cruz. Cruz going to be ulting in on a team member who's no longer alive, and looks like he's going to get taken out as well. Patient doing a lot of damage to him.
Yeah, really nice dredge line by How to Support at the end right there. Just barely sniping Cruz killed. And it is a Gunblade Jax. So we have verified that. Which allows him to burst pretty hard, and he might try to solo hold this. You know, there's 2 people. They could maybe do this.
Oh, he's going in with the stun with the counter-strike, but he's going to get taken out here pretty quickly. Redemption not going to be down in time to save him. Azrael might die to the poison here from the Patient. Patient going to have to run out of the tower. Getting aggro from the poison, but did get a kill off of it. How to Support might be the first one to go down. Starting a reset train for Thug and Uggs, who isn't going to follow it. I think he could have gotten the triple there.
Yeah, well, Thug and Uggs really needs to be careful. He didn't have any summoners. So what he'd have to do is he'd have to actually use the switcheroo and make sure that he's using fish bones, because fish bones isn't even that extra range to stay out of the Teemo blind. Although, yeah, I think he outranges Teemo blind with that. He uses his max range auto attack that Teemo, who is hiding in a bush waiting to assassinate.
Oh,
Oh,
and it
no.
looks like the assassination is going to be successful. With 10
Sniper
HP
claimed
life.
Callista.
Sniper bite.
Sniper, no sniping.
Oh, man.
That's
Oh,
what Thug and
now I have
Uggs
the
has to be
Dora.
saying right now after getting bamboozled by that Teemo.
Yeah.
He needs his bamboozle insurance.
I have the Dora the Explorer theme song stuck in my head now. Dora. Azrael lives the
Dead
dead.
Azrael.
Oh, and Cartram's gonna die too. The Patient is just ADC Teemo here, getting saved by the Fate's Call. Fate's Call gonna get the knock-up into the last breath.
There's the Fates Call Teemo. Beautiful. Exactly what we were waiting for all game.
Just
This is
absolutely
why.
stunning. Sorry, knock-upping.
This is why, Niberia. This is why you bind to Teemo.
Absolutely.
Forget about laning phase. Forget about Teemo having to stay near the Callista. This is what we want in our League of Legends experience.
This is high-level gameplay. These are the strategies which you could never think of. Oh, getting the stun down with the counter-strike, but on to How to Support. Ooh, good 2-man taunt there. Possibly 3. I didn't see it very well. How to Support taking some damage from Thug and Uggs, but Thug and Uggs not really doing enough damage. Crew Skill JFK getting the ultimate, but Karakan going in, trying to stop Thug, but not going to happen. Another taunt coming out from Cruz, and it's just not a whole lot of damage coming out here. Tidal Wave going wide. And no one's going to die from that portion of the engage. Ruku, of course, having died almost immediately.
Yeah, but the Patient in the bot lane taking out a turret with that split pushing Teemo.
It's actually kind of effective, and that's unfortunate.
Well, it's effective when you aren't bound to the Callista, who needs you to be nearby to actually make
Well,
usefulness
fair.
of her kit.
Fair. But did you
Like-
see him get saved by the Fate's Call, though?
Oh, yeah.
Clearly
you're right.
worth it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
This is the trade-off.
Now, I actually, Cruz killed bot Randuin's, which is not bad at all. But I really would have liked to see him go for that Zeke's. I don't know if it's really efficient enough. Oh, but
Oh, 10 HP life. Fate's Call not going to save yourself there, buddy. Patient having to flash
Yeah.
over to the wall.
maybe trying to bring the Patient down with him.
That would be good. Mutually assured destruction. Trying to utilize the Teemo global taunt to save himself.
Yeah. Yeah, but as I was saying, I kind of wanted Cruz killed to build that Zeke's because on this Galio pick, it gives him stats that he likes. It gives him mana, it gives him health, and it gives him CDR. It doesn't give health, sorry. It gives armor. It gives armor, mana, and health. And it would make this Galio tanky, right? Which is what you want, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But it would also give him the capability to just, enable either this this Jinx or this Jax. Jax, same champion.
Same thing, really.
Yeah, but he could ulti in with the hero's entrance, and then he'd be there with that Zeke's, although it might start the Zeke's as soon as he uses his ulti, so it would get rid of like 3 seconds of usefulness. I think it would still be okay, though.
The Patient coming in with a legendary gank onto Ruku Egg. And Ruku is just boned here, I think. Patient has too much move speed from Move Quick.
Yeah. And that Frozen Mallet came out.
There it is.
And it looks like he's getting a Bork. So this Teemo actually going for a pretty standard build in the jungle on-hit Teemo community.
Yeah. Of like 5 people.
Yeah. Hey, I'll have you know it's more like 6 or 7, all right? I used to take a part in that. I considered myself a Teemo enthusiast.
He is super fun. I just wish he were good.
Decent.
Yeah. I wish he were viable in any way, shape, or form. Uh-oh.
It's more like the items Teemo has are fun than Teemo himself being
Yeah,
fun.
pretty much. He gets to use them in very fun ways as well. What do you think the last item is going to be for this Teemo?
Okay, so it's going to be Runons, right? And then...
Rageblade?
I'm thinking maybe like... I don't know. I don't think he needs to double down on that. I think maybe like... I want to say Death Stance so he could like duel people better and like have some
He doesn't do all that much
survivability,
physical damage though.
Huh? Sorry, did I say Death Stance? I meant
Phantom Dancer?
Phantom Dancer, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's all that great since he doesn't have... No, he has a decent amount of AD. He could crit pretty well.
Yeah, possible. Oh, how to support taking some damage. Big engage coming out with the tidal wave and everything. How to support might be the first one to fall, but doesn't look like he's falling quite yet. Instead, the Patient's going to get a kill onto Thug and Uggs almost. Meanwhile, Isle of the Moon going to get a kill onto the backline there. Ruku going in onto 10 HP, but going to get taken out. Patient getting the Super Mega Death Rocket blocked, and it's going to be sudden burst of kills. 4 for 1. And not quite an ace yet, but Isle of the Moon thinks he wants it to be.
That might be game anyways, though. It's only Thug and Uggs. 3 low health members against this Jinx, but I don't think he can do it.
Nope, doesn't have the damage. The blind is going to be too much,
Gets
and it
killed
looks
in the
like he's going to get
fountain.
taken out just before the Nexus is, and that's going to be a 2-0. That's surprising. That shouldn't have worked.
Turned around very quickly.
I
TKD just turns this game around and turns it into a 2-0. I mean, I was thinking this was going to be a tie at the start in the mid game too. But
yeah, it was looking rough for a while.
Yeah, I gotta say the Teemo jungle really pulled it through.
You know what? I'll take it, I guess. Not that I have a choice. I can't dispute the results by saying that Teemo jungle is weird, especially paired with the Callista, but it did some work. It did quite a bit of damage actually. I mean, Teemo usually tends to, but being able to survive from the Fate's Call kind of helped.
Oh, don't even.
I don't think it was worth. let me say this. I don't think it was worth it. I just think it did help.
Yeah.
You know, there's some logic. It wasn't just like, hey, let's.
It does allow Teemo to get the range autos off to proc the Callista W, so it's easier to have a Teemo auto people than Nautilus. But overall, maybe a suboptimal team composition and picks, but making it work.
I mean, I think that's a sign of good fundamentals. Being able to pull out a cheese strat and winning through standard means. They didn't win by like bush camping. It wasn't like CJ Entis versus GSG or anything where they had
It wasn't like what I do in solo
jungle.
queue.
Yeah, it wasn't some Heimer jungle. You know, malarkey, I guess I'll choose as my expletive. It was just good, solid, clean macro and micro play across the board with some questionable decisions mixed in there. Which, you know what? If it ends in a victory, more power to them. So,
Yep.
I guess that'll end it up for us tonight with that very, very strange game 2. I've been Nabira. I've been joined here by Meowing Cat. And from everyone at Learning Fives, we hope you have a wonderful evening. But before you leave, we have a lot of things to plug. Namely, our Twitch channel, which you're on right now. Please hit the follow button if you want to see more of this, or if you want to find out when the next matches are, because it does change from week to week. We also have a Twitter and a Discord, the latter of which is slightly more active, the former of which I try to tweet at sometimes and they never respond. So, do with that what you will. As I said, though, earlier, have a wonderful night, and we hope you enjoy the outro music, which will probably be a random selection from Riot Games. Have a good one.